I'm Christina.
And I'm Randy. Are you ready for an adventure?
Come see our journey. We actually stopped for Valentine's Day early, and the dinosaurs are still red.
Red from Christmas. But Valentine's Day too.
Exactly. Oh look, he's crying because Christmas is over.
Using downtown Los Angeles as a reference point, we travel 104 miles to just outside of Palm Springs. We stopped at the Cabazon dinosaurs to see if they had been repainted, and then on to the Windmill tour site for our tour reservations. We had purchased our tickets in advance, as they have time slots of every 10 minutes for self-guided tours.
Hi, I'm Christina.
And I'm Randy. Are you ready for an adventure?
Come see our journey today where we visit Palm Springs, the Windmill tour. It's not that windy. They're turning very slow. It's a beautiful day at 68 degrees in Palm Springs.
Windmills? Actually, wind turbines.
Wind turbines.
Wind turbines. Because they're generating electricity.
Correct.
If you could, please like and subscribe and tell a friend about our channel. We sure would appreciate it. Headed out to the desert for lots of windmills. Today, we plan on getting up close and personal with windmills to see what they're all about. We've booked a windmill tour with a Windmill Tour Company.
We're getting up close and personal. It says Windmill Tours Parking. See that? And here we go. Palm Springs, windmilltours.com.
There's a choice of tours that are offered. You can be taken around by a golf cart with a tour guide, or you can do a self-guided tour in your own car. We chose the self-guided so that we could go at our own pace.
Indian Canyon, and then there's a road up there, and that's about roughly the limit of the property. So all of these closest windmills you can see out this side of the building are on his property. He's leasing them to various companies that are selling them. A combination of federal and private funding, mostly Bureau of Land Management, private property and land issues. Mostly Bureau of Land Management and some private ones too. The biggest windmills in the valley are the ones right over there. Those 5 turning ones.
The 515-foot ones?
Well, those are almost 500 feet in place.
500 foot.
Almost 500 feet. Okay. And they produce 4.5 megawatts. One of those, like the 4.5 megawatt ones, could roughly supply 4,500 average size homes on an average use day. Last part, you're going to see 2 guys going up inside one of our big General Electric ones, like the ones right out the window there. They're going to climb to the top, they're going to do some maintenance, they're going to come back down again. That part of the film is the only chance you get to see inside one of these on the tour. They don't belong to us, so we can't let people in.
So we can't go up to one.
You need to stay within stay more than 100 feet away, 100 feet or more away. Okay, and that's not only because they're guarded; they have motion sensors and cameras. So get too close, and the police will be here. We don't want that.
That would be a good thing.
Yeah, we pay for that. Anything else?
Somewhere in 94, the motor's dead. Wow. That's crazy.
We took a little time to look through some photo albums showing windmills that had broken in operation. Our first experiences driving around the property is several stops in the boneyard, a boneyard of old wind turbines. At this point, you begin by learning the history of the early designs and in many cases what went wrong with the early designs. We're all checked in and we've loaded a tour app on our phones.
So we're at tour stop 1. This is now called Taming the Wind, where you had vertical axis, downwind, and upwind. 3 approaches, but 1 succeeded.
The historical exhibits on the tour are not only explained on our phones, but also by following a numbered guide map and signs at each display.
And right here is your gearbox. Looks like it was made in Germany. I believe that's the German flag.
That's a gearbox for the windmill.
Yeah. Gearbox converts the relatively slow rotation of the rotor into a much faster speeds that are needed for the generator.
See as it spins.
Yeah. If you look at it, well, actually now it's a reflection of you. Well, move over to the side. Let's see what happens. Just think, we needed 1.21 gigawatts. This was made in the United States. This is a Jacobs 3120.
1985.
Oh,
83 to 85.
yeah, but it says United States right there. You can definitely see it's made out of wood because I can see the wood rotting. So this was the problem that they had, because being out in the weather and the elements, it would snap off and break. And then
When you exit your vehicle, at each stop, you are asked to park off to the side so that other cars can pass easily. They also remind you that you are in the desert, and sunscreen and hats are highly recommended. The tours take a little over an hour. That depends on your own pace that you take it at.
by Carter Wind Energy, made from 81 to 83. What is it? It's mounted on wood. Oh yeah, it is, huh?
See all the wood all broke?
Yeah. But you can see the fiberglass right here. So, right there. Storm Master for Downwind by Wind Power Systems. The Storm Master was used in an off-the-shelf drivetrain and was the first wind machine to deliver power to SoCal Edison in Tehachapi in 1981. For the Downwind by Energy Sciences Inc. 1984. The ESI-54 grew out of the U.S. Wind Research and Development Program using epoxy laminated spruce blades downwind of the tower.
And you can see with time that they got bigger and bigger. Here's in the 80s and.
Hey, stand right there. You see how small Randy is? Oh my gosh, it's huge. This was the Sumitomo 1980. It's a downwind, made in 1985. Sumitomo assembled this turbine with a robust off-the-shelf drivetrain, much like the Danish turbines at the time. However, a downwind machine that was used for primary orientation and a yaw motor to correct the misalignment.
Here, you can learn about a few of the early designs and, in many cases, what went wrong. What brought wind turbines to California in the 1980s wasn't only a need. Lucrative tax incentives from the state and new federal requirements for electric utilities to purchase renewable energy created an attractive environment for manufacturers and developers.
Go ahead.
Look at the size of that thing.
Wow.
Many domestic manufacturers favored the downwind approach, letting the wind orient the machine away from the wind direction. This avoided the expense and complexity of turning the turbine's rotor to face into the wind.
No, the rotor diameter was 163 feet. The Zond was developed, maintained wind farms. They entered manufacturing business in 93. By 96, they were the last remaining builder of the large turbines in the U.S. after Kinetic failed.
And then you drive in between, and you can see the displays. So you can see somebody driving there.
You're allowed to stop at any point and take pictures.
It's all hollow on the inside. Hollow on the inside, and it goes, it's that long.
Oh yeah.
Well,
That goes in there.
it's almost big enough that Christina can walk inside.
That's right.
Yeah.
Solar power provided by sun. HP&E, hot purple energy.
So we're right next to the freeway here out in Palm Springs, which is Interstate 10 is behind us there.
And so we come to stop number 2. They started changing the rotors to have a rudder for the direction of the wind coming. It's pretty cool.
This pole once supported the very first commercial wind turbine in the area, the Carter CWT-25. This is an exhibit under construction.
Christina doesn't want to miss a one. She said, you went too far. Number 3 was back there. They've got each one of their exhibits are numbered so you can see it. But I was more interested in the ones that are working out there. You can see out there that they're just barely moving.
Generator, motor, and the turbines. And now we get to number 4, which actually has a sign and says what it is.
A blade from one of the Danish wind turbines of the early 1980s. Produced by Danish company Aerostar, it featured a tip brake that extended outward and pitched when centrifugal force exceeded the strength of a spring that holds it in place. You can see the separation point as a line across the blade about 3 feet from the tip. The designer, Erik Grove Nielsen, developed the approach after a few accidents in Denmark where turbines spun too quickly, an unsafe situation called overspeed.
Yeah, they are short. But if you look at them, those are the ones that were turning. Remember when we were in the front?
These are 80 foot.
Remember the ends turn?
Oh yeah.
Like rotors.
Oh yeah.
Not rotors, rudders. Rudders, I wanted to say.
Look,
Yeah.
windmills. Wind turbines.
Yeah.
A windmill is something that powers something mechanical. A wind turbine is what makes electricity.
Generates electricity.
Generates electric.
And some of these are turning really slow, so it's really cool. Yes, Randy learned something new. See, this one's turning really slow too. Okay, so I had to show you this. I got out to look at these rotors, and then I saw this really cool sign that I thought was funny. And it says lizard lookout. I guess there must be a bunch of lizards out here. That's pretty funny. These turbines are huge. I mean, not turbines, the rotors for these windmills. Unless these are the ones they're replacing now, which is a possibility. But it looks like they're fixing them over there. This is part of their maintenance shop. This is actually the cement pad that the original turbines sat upon. Of course, they're not in use at this time.
The original ones are beyond that. You see the metal structure. That's the structure that was for the original.
Look how long those rotors are. It's more than half of the tower.
They say that's the size of the Statue of Liberty.
This one is the size of the Statue of Liberty? Is that what they said? Wow. Now I will tell you though, I have been to the head of the Statue of Liberty when the spiral staircase all the way up. And I know that is really tall.
The modern wind turbines function automatically in the respect that if they break or malfunction, they automatically shut down. They also shut down if there's too much wind. Turning too fast can damage parts.
Turning very slowly. Sorry for the airplane, but we're close to an airport. And so we come to stop number 5 to actually see the metal structure, the original that was sitting on these cement pads. And you can see that the rotors face down, but it's very large. They've got it blocked off. I just want to make sure I don't run into a snake. Not that I really need to do that.
I should have told her that snakes are hibernating at this time of the year, but in the summertime, this would be a danger.
These windmills are just totally amazing. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but the very end of the motor here, there's like a lightning rod, and that would absorb the energy of a lightning storm, because we do get those here occasionally. Out here, this whole sea out there is not a sea, it is actually solar panels. So when we were inside the trailer, they're generating more energy right now from the sun than from these wind turbines. So now we've come to stop 6. This is the 10 freeway. If you go a little bit further, you'll be in Palm Springs. You can see there's a lot of windmills in the distance. All around me, I'm surrounded by windmills, wind turbines. This is a big blade because wind turbines are converting the wind energy into electricity. The power they make is proportional to how much of the sky they sweep. So the more powerful turbines have longer blades to encounter more wind. Long it is. This is an 80-foot blade that's on display. And it's a wind turbine that produces 750 kilowatts of electricity, enough to power 250 average homes. 22 of these stood nearby atop a 200-foot lattice work of steel towers, which I showed you earlier, that were removed in 2022 with a vertical reach of 280 feet. They were once the tallest wind turbines in the San Gorgonio Pass when installed in 1999.
It's hard to believe how large those are when you get up close to them.
It's so huge!
Huge. This is a 1.5 megawatt wind turbine made by GE. Coyote crossing.
So we're walking around and I see another funny sign. Definitely watch out for the coyotes. See that? They're, you know, humorous. Very humorous. And right now I'm listening to a helicopter that's coming. Almost looks like it's going to come right over us.
The reason they put it right here is because this is the Sangongorio Pass, which is between the mountains on this side and the mountains on this side. It's right down the middle right here. This area's got more wind than most places in the United States. Very slowly.
Those are not as slow as
Because it's way up there.
it's way up there.
They're turning very slowly, very slowly. Oh, yeah.
We're headed to,
Green rocks are there.
yes, the Green Rocks. This is where the solar panels are. A little green sign with the green rocks.
This is a production solar farm. Do not attempt to enter the private facility. Also, do not drive around the barricade at the end of the short paved road. The solar panels here cover about 13 acres. It takes about 5 acres of such panels to generate 1 megawatt of electricity, so this installation can produce about 3 megawatts. To improve its daily output, the entire array adjusts its angle from east facing in the morning to west facing in the evening, following the sun across the sky. Unlike wind turbines, this is the only moving part on a solar array.
On the road again. Oh, sorry, wrong side. We're on a dirt road. They're turning. Very cool though. I do remember she said it was a dirt road to go around it. Just watching them, how big they are. You just don't realize how large they really are. They're huge. See, this is number 8. See, there's your barrel.
3 megawatt wind turbine. 3 megawatt.
I guess that's this one, right?
She said, "Are you gonna go closer? I already look like an ant. I'm far away." But it's moving very slowly. Kind of cool to see up close. They make absolutely no noise at all. There's no dead birds underneath. It's pretty amazing to see. No noise. You hear any noise from it?
Are you gonna go closer? That's up to you. No, I don't think you do.
We are now across the street from a natural gas plant, and you might be wondering what it has to do with renewable energy. Well, there just isn't enough installed wind and solar energy to meet our needs in California. Natural gas plants like this Indigo Energy facility are called on. This is why plants like this are known as peaker plants. They run on natural gas and reach full operating capacity within just a few minutes.
Beware of rattlesnakes. I just saw that sign. I'm like, oh no. So Green Power 1. It's the world's first large-scale merchant power. See, this is Green Power. It means green go.
Made by
Look at all
gringos like me.
Okay, so I need you, because look, all of those down there are turning.
If you enjoyed our vlog, please subscribe
And ring that notification bell.
and give us a like. It lets us know you care.
And we'll see you on the next one. Windmills.